I'm looking at vitamin D deficiency. They put them on an extremely high dose of vitamin D2, which is 50,000 units one time a week. How we can absorb this or convert this, that's a lot of taxing on the liver. And for people like myself that have the CYP2R1 gene, we cannot even break it down to make it active. So a lot of times I'll see people on D2 for years, and let's say their vitamin D started at 17 and now it's like 24. And to give you a reference, anything under 30 is what they call deficient. Now, optimal levels are anywhere from 50 to 80. We think of bone health, right, when we're thinking of vitamin D. But my first thing that I go to is hormone health and blood sugar. Also, blood pressure. Someone that is not responding to a D2 supplementation, I just switch them over to a D3. And the reason why is because the D3 or calcitriol is the active form. I'm homozygous G. I have the lowest vitamin D levels in comparison to the heterozygous or the homozygous A. We know that vitamin D deficiency is going to result in a poor transcription of the vitamin D receptors, or the VDRs, which are important for the absorption of calcium and phosphorus from the intestines. So I really was seeking help for major depression vigorously on a vitamin D3 K2. It's important when we're supplementing with D3 to add K2 to it. It's because D3 helps with calcium absorption through the gut. And what K2 does is it helps direct the calcium to the bones rather than the arteries or the kidneys to decrease that risk of the vascular calcification. So for every 1,000 IUs is 25 micrograms. Depending on your levels is going to help determine what dose you need to take. 1,000 IUs is more of a maintenance dose. 4,000 IUs is a high dose. Typically, to better absorb that, you can take 2,000 IUs of vitamin D with the K2 twice a day rather than just once a day on a higher dose. However, the absorption rate of vitamin D is fairly good. It's 50 to 80%. And you always have to add that with a fatty food, whether it be fish, avocado, nuts, etc., because it's fat soluble.